Or like winter, let's check it out. Meteorologist Belen de Leon. Hi, Belen.
Hi, and last day of fall, did you guys plan this? You're like coordinated with your tie and your dress this morning.
No, we didn't.
Look at that.
Through osmosis, maybe. I don't know.
Just vibing on a Friday morning.
She just told me what color to wear, and so.
And that's it.
I didn't.
Okay, yeah, Madi already trained you.
Yes, that's it.
Perfect. Right. Well, here I am telling you guys, be safe on the roads because we've got fog out there. Buenos dias. We've got some low visibility near those coastal locations. The marine layer is developing. Onshore flow is strengthening. Those are winds that blow from the ocean inland, so that brings in all of that moisture. And right now, we have dense fog all along the coast from Ventura County into Orange County, even down into San Diego if your plans take you in that direction. But visibility is down to about 1/4 of a mile in that area. And when we look at this camera from Mount Wilson, we could see city lights close to the mountains, but out there in the distance, look at how that cloud cover is taking over. Gradually, we are going to get to some filtered sunshine, high clouds streaming in during the afternoon. Temperatures this morning running a little cooler than yesterday, 40s and 50s, 20s in the deserts, the mountains 28 degrees. And this afternoon, the temperatures are coming down. We have highs that are going to be in the 60s at the coast, 70s inland, down from yesterday's 80s. A nice day in the deserts if you are traveling through there, and in the mountains 59 degrees. Now just ahead that 7-day forecast, because you know what? We have not had any rain, but we could see some and it may impact your holiday plans. I'll be back with that. Right now, let's check on the drive. What's going on, Robin?
With no rain, what do we blame the crashes on? Everybody's like, it's the wet weather. People are crashing. Well, they're crashing without the rain, too. We have a new problem here. Westbound 210 at Roxford Street involving a driver that hit the center divide. Injuries reported, so CHP rolling out to the scene. So far, leaving Valencia, Santa Clarita, the whole Santa Clarita Valley looks good on South 5, on Southbound 14. If you're using the 405, when you get down to Mission Hills, the 118 down to the 105, that's wide open. 23 minutes, that is very quick. That is good news, especially if you're trying to make it over to LAX. The 10, East LA, Mid-City, all the way over to West LA. That's a good stretch for the drive in both directions. Under 15 minutes for that connection. The 101 looks good too from the 5 to the 134. We'll peek at more freeways coming up. Michelle, Jonathan, back to you.
Robin, thank you. The LAPD is on.
The travel season is here. If you are moving anywhere across the region, I'm happy to tell you that we don't have any weather alerts. The temperatures will be cooler if you're headed out towards the coast. Santa Barbara 68. Temperatures coming down for us. The drive should be A-OK if you're headed out toward Las Vegas. Now just ahead, that 7-day forecast that shows rain. I'll tell you when. Right now, here's the drive with Robin.
The Friday drive is off to a great start, Belen. Check out these numbers. This is your commute through the OC for the 5, the 57, and the 22. And so far, all is well. We'll check more traffic and drive times coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Eric Grant here with us this morning inside the kitchen of the LA Mission. We're going to take you outside in just a second to show you a little bit of what they have planned for the folks that are coming today. So the event, instead of being outside like it was for Thanksgiving, it's going to be on the inside. And then you're going to see where Mr. Jolly Old St. Nick is going to be sitting as well to hand out those gifts for the kids. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, John. Well, first it was chips and salsa, then a cafe, then a bakery. Now Homeboy Industries is taking on electronics recycling. This holiday season, as hope and generosity fill the air, here's a look at how they're giving second chances to people and making a difference for the planet.
Thank you. We needed that.
Thank you. Alrighty, guys. Well, let's take a look at the forecast. By the way, thank you to photographer Jorge Diaz for helping me put that story together. You're the best, Jorge. All right, let's talk about the weather because, hey, we have the view right now from Mount Wilson. We can see the city lights close to the mountains, but out there in the distance, we've got fog. We've got low clouds. So onshore flow is increasing. The marine layer is back. Coastal locations are under a dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. And then throughout the afternoon, we'll have passing clouds, and the temperatures as a result of that shift in winds are going to be cooler. That cooling trend continues into the weekend, the first official weekend of winter when the temperatures will be closer to normal for this time of year. This morning, we've got 30s up in the deserts, 20s over in Big Bear, 40s and 50s everywhere else. This afternoon, no longer are we looking at the 80s. We're going to have highs in the 70s. This is still warm for this time of year. We'll have temperatures in the 70s and 60s in the deserts, and over in Big Bear, 59 degrees. Now, tomorrow is the official start of winter. And the reason why I come out here every day and I talk about the day length, I just think that's so interesting because little by little, depending on the season, we either see an increase in day length or a decrease. And for the past few months, we have been seeing that day length decrease. Tomorrow is considered the shortest day of the year. Check this out. During summer, June 20th, the summer solstice, we're at 14 hours, 26 minutes of daylight. But winter solstice, we're at 9 hours, 53 minutes of daylight. So that's a difference about 4.5 hours of daylight. I think that's interesting. Well, the weather for us as we head into the weekend is going to start to cool down, feel a little more like December, and that cooling trend is going to keep going through next week. Look at the trend in Los Angeles, 71 today, mid-60s Saturday and Sunday, a little bump on Monday, and then temperatures for the middle of next week get even cooler. The reason for that, we have a system that could reach us and possibly bring us that chance for rain. Look, we have several storms that are going to be impacting to the north. That's where we're going to have that rain. But once we get into Tuesday, a potential of seeing some light showers here for Christmas Eve and for Hanukkah. So we're still several days away. We'll keep you posted, but definitely a big change in our weather pattern, being that December has been so dry. The base in Orange County, 60s this weekend. There you see that chance for rain on Tuesday. It does look like the weather clears up for Christmas and Hanukkah. They start on the same day. The valleys, the Inland Empire, mid to upper 70s, low 70s this weekend. By next Tuesday, the temperatures will be in the 60s. The forecast in the deserts, staying dry, cooling down through next week. The low desert will go from the upper 70s to temperatures in the low 70s next week. That's the cool down for them. And then finally in the mountains, we've got 50s, but next Tuesday, just crossing our fingers for that chance of rain. I know the timing's not convenient, but we need the moisture. That's your forecast. Here's traffic with Robin.
Good morning. We're going to head over to the 210 where a crash is still wrapping up in the clearing stages. This is the one that I mentioned earlier involving the driver that ran off the road and crashed into the embankment westbound 210 at Roxford Street. So you'll see emergency crews still clearing that. No significant slowing passing the scene. So if you're heading over to the 210, it is moving well, at least for now, in both directions. Checking the drive here on the 110 between Carson, South LA, downtown LA. You're good to go under 15 minutes for the trip. 710 looks good out of Long Beach, 605 quiet out of Rossmore. And we have the Billie Eilish concert happening tonight and tomorrow. So heads up for heavier than normal traffic around the Kia Forum. Doors open at 6. Showtime is at 7. Surface streets and surrounding freeways will be busy. Once again, that's today and tomorrow. So you've been warned. You may want to steer clear of this area if you're not attending. And then we have Disney on Ice. Yeah, that's happening too at Crypto. But we'll talk about that coming up a little bit later. Jonathan and Michelle, back to you.
Here's my intention. Disney